Today we're going to be installing Firestone's Ride Rite system with their air command system as well. First we're going to remove the bump stops.
That one's a bit tighter.
Now mount the assembly to the frame where the bump stops used to be. So we got the bags in. This is a 3500 diesel, so we didn't have to use the spacer. Now you want to make sure when you put this in that these wings over here go into the U-bolts. On the right side you have your exhaust shield. Now the easiest way to get these in for us was we tightened this bolt up here. It was an 1.125" socket. And then when the bag was still loose, we angled it up to get the bolt in here and tighten that up. Once you got that all in, you can tighten up your U-bolt and get all snug and torqued out. So right now I'm in the middle of running the hose and the wiring, and for a fish I'm just using a really long zap strap or zip tie. You can get these at Home Depot. So you can see here I've made my grounding connection side on this bare piece of metal on the frame, and the airline and everything's run under the carpet, so now we can tie this all together and clean it all up. So this metal frame here is actually pretty sharp metal, so there's a good chance that this airline and this wire can chafe on it. So I've gone ahead and just gotten some loom, 1/4" loom, and I placed it over on top of the edge. And if you want, you can stick something inside there sticky to help hold it on. This one's not going to go anywhere because it's pressure fitted in, and then that'll prevent the airline and the trigger wire from chafing. So I got a clearance issue with this bottom vent down here. It's pinching the airline because it's too close. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to heat up with the heat gun, and that way it'll be nice and malleable, and then I can bend it in with another object. So now we got all our lines run to the switch and to the gauges, so now we can button this up. Okay, so we've mounted the pump along the frame, we've tapped and died it. What we're going to have to do for this pump though is we're going to have to build a splash shield around it just to make sure we keep the elements off of it. But under the hood of these new Cummins, there really isn't any room, and we didn't want this thing in the cab. So we had to make a compromise and put it out here, but we're going to protect it and try to shield it away from the elements as best as possible. And once you got it all in, you can go ahead and test it.